In the last video we have implemented static route. Actually it should be called IPv4 static route on this topology, but we didn't verify it. So to verify the static route and to verify every routing protocol, we will issue the command of show IP route. This is the most important command when using routing. This is what I have talked about and mentioned previously, which is called the routing table. Okay, so the routing table that shows here, first we have this is the legend. Okay, that has the symbols and the meaning of the symbol for each routing protocol. So this is the first thing, the legend, and we have something called gateway of last resort is not set. Gateway of last resort means the default gateway of this router. You remember when I said that I might be connected to the router that is connected to the edge of my company router, after that the service provider. If this means in this scenario that my router has a default gateway to the edge router of the company, so at that time the IP address of this edge router will be applied here as the gateway of the last resort. So this is the gateway of last resort. And finally, in this third section, this is the routing table, or let's be more specific, these are the installed routes in the routing table. So firstly, we have C, which refers to directly connected. I'm talking about router 1, and the things that are directly connected to router 1 are router 2 from this interface and PC1 from this interface. So it must have two C's. This is the first one and this is the second one. So the first one has the IP address from the subnet of 10.10.10.0, and this is the R2, which is directly connected through interface fast Ethernet 01. These are important. Okay, problem with my pen. These are important informations. And the second C directly connected thing, which is 192.168.1. This is PC number 1, which has this subnet mask, is also directly connected and using fast Ethernet 0/0. Okay, but lastly we have an S in our routing table. S refers to static route. I can statically, using the static route, reach the subnet of 192.168.2.0 that has the subnet mask of 24, and this routing protocol S has the administrative distance of 1 and has the metric of 0, and I can reach this specific subnet by or via or going through this IP address, which is the IP address of R2, the interface that is facing me. So this is how to verify your routing protocol and its information and whether it's successful or not, to know that if your router is capable of reaching the required destination or not. On the other side, the other router, if we issued the same command, you will see the same results. Enable, then show IP route. The same thing, we have the legend, the gateway of last resort. It's connected to the 10.10.10.10, which is the other router. Also it's connected to this subnet, which is the PC number 2, but statically it can reach the network of PC number 1 using the same information but via 10.10.10.1, which is this interface. So this is the verification of static route. Now we will take a look at another topology. Okay, let's take another lab and use another scenario. Let's in this scenario have maybe 4 routers. This is 1, 2, Okay, let's say 3 and 4, and also 2 PCs will be enough. Then by this we will have a big problem, because 2811 gives us only 2 interfaces and these will not be enough. So let me do something that will surprise you. Maybe it shouldn't, because we have already talked about. We will go to switches, and in switches we will choose a multi-layer switch which can do routing functions. Not you, thank you, delete. But a multi-layer switch, 4 multi-layer switches, this one here, the other one, 3 and 4. Let's change the names to become a multi-layer switch number 1, a multi-layer switch number 2, multi-layer switch number 3, a multi-layer switch number 4, and we will see the differences between a multi-layer switch and a router. So this is PC in here and a PC in here. Let's change this to PC number 1. Duplicate, okay, with the up topology, no problem. We'll keep it PC number 2 and PC number 3. The connection will be this way. This will cause us to have more than one path to reach to PC number 3. I think we should extend it for port names to be clear. Okay, so this is good. This is also 0301, 0201, 0202, and here we have, oh come on, 01 and 02. Okay, so these are multi-layer switches. By the means of ports up or down, they behave like switches, right? They are not red LEDs like routers. Okay, they are negotiating right now, but if I fast forward it, things will start to become green. But notice that there is a spanning tree preventing the loop, just because it's behaving like a switch. But what we will do is that we will change the behavior of these multi-layer switches to become just like routers completely. Okay, so we will start with nodes. Okay, what's required from us in this lab is to make this computer be able to reach this computer using static route, and to make use of both of these routes, just in case one of them went down, the other should take handle. Okay, so firstly, we will start in this network that is between the computer and the multi-layer switch number 1, number 2. This should be 1.1.1.0 and /24. This is the first one, and the second one between these two, multi-layer switch 1 and 2, let it be 2.2.2.2.0. I'm sorry, and I want to make it a point-to-point to avoid wasting subnets. Here, let's make it 3.3/30, maybe 4.4.4.0/30, 5.5.5.0/30, and finally we have these 6. Actually, these are public IP addresses. I don't think we can use them for real. Let's make it this way. This would be better. .6.0/24. Okay, for this network between these two together. For this network, let's make it, instead of 4s, we'll make it .4.0/30. For this network, instead of 5s, we will make it a private with 5.0/30. 3 30 also a point to point. This one will be .2/30. Let's go back to the final one, which will be .1.0/24, because in the future you might have other equipments. Okay, this one between these two. I think the icon size is clear enough, so let's zoom out a bit, select my topology, get it down this way. It should be good. Extend this to here, this subnet from this way, this subnet from this way, extend up, this subnet from this way, this subnet from this way. Okay, now we have 6 networks. This will be a lot of commands. Okay, so you must be patient, but we will do some good things. Okay, first we will start with each one step by step, and after that what we will do is that we will turn these multi-layer switches to become routers. Okay, so the IP address of whatever computer will be .10, so this will be network 1.10 and this will be network 6.10. Whatever gateway in opposite to the computer will be .1 and this one also will be .1. I will make this .2, .3. The opposite will be .2, the opposite will be .2, and this one will be .2 and .3, and we will make it again .3 and .3. You will see just in the config. Okay, and if you would like, let me just make it easier to you. Let's make it in here .10. Okay, and .1. Okay, so .10 is for the computer, .1 is for the router. .10, another one is .1. Okay, I'll make this .2. I'll make this also .2 from the other network. Let's make this maybe 3, and here please also .3. Okay, what do we have right now? From this network I've used 2 and 3. From this network we have used the 2 and 3. From this network let us also use .2 with these sides and .3 with these sides. So let's take here .3, .3, .2, and finally .2. Okay, maybe zooming out will be better. These are a lot of informations. So this is .3 on its both ends, since each one of them belongs to a separated network. .3s on each end, .2s on each end. Okay, so these become a bit complicated, just it's only labels. Okay, so it will be clear to you. Good, so let's start the configuration that I'm starting with PC number 1. It will be clear to you that I will assign 192.168.1.10, it will be /24, and the gateway will be .1.1. That should be enough for PC number 1 only. I will start with multi-layer switch number 2. It has 3 interfaces. I will enable routing, I will give IP addresses to all of them. So first we will complete the initial config without static route. After that we will start the static route process. So yes or no, it will be no. Okay, so now enable. The first command I will do is that I will issue show IP route. It will say default gateway is not set and there is nothing configured in here. Okay, so what I will first start with will be IP routing. Enter. I'm sorry, this is a config command. Configure terminal. IP routing. This is a single command that will enable the process of routing inside this multi-layer switch. Okay, so this is the first step in the procedure of turning a multi-layer switch to become a router. This is the first thing. Okay, so and the second thing will be to configure the interfaces for IP addresses and to make these interfaces behave like a routing or a routed interfaces. this will be this way. So interface fast Ethernet 01, 01 is the one facing the computer. First thing will be this interface by default is a switch interface, and I don't want it to behave like switch because I want it to behave like a router interface, okay, and to accept IP addresses. So instead of becoming a switch port, I will say no switch port. Okay, so it will go down and then it will go up and will start as a new interface that supports IP address, and this will be proved by assigning an IP address of 1.1, which is the default gateway of the PC, and opposite to it. That's it. No need for no shutdown because it is a multi-layer switches, so the interfaces are already in the status of no shutdown. Exit. This is the first thing. The second thing will be fast Ethernet 02. Hit the up arrow command 4 times. No switch port for you also. You have seen the surprise now. The spanning tree has gone. Okay, so the blocking state of this interface has gone because this is a routing interface. No loop will occur from now on, so no need for blocking. Okay, now switch port 1, 2, 3, 4. Assign the IP address. It will be .2.2. So let's change all this, please. 192.168.2.2, and it will be, oh god, why? Yes. .2.2, that will be 255.255.252. That's enough. Exit. Fast Ethernet 03, no switch port, and I will assign this IP address of this one will be from network 3 and it will be .2. So let's make it 3.2 with the subnet mask of 30. Exit. Exit again. You can issue the same routing command of please show IP interface brief. Okay, so show IP interface brief. Go up a bit, scroll on your mouse until we reach that fast Ethernet 01, 2, and 3. All of them has an IP addresses, and the status are up, and the line protocol also is up. So that's enough for the initial config for switch multi-layer switch 2. The same thing will be applied to all the left switches. Okay, so I will do it in a bit faster. No, enable configure terminal, activate the routing engine, IP routing, interface fast Ethernet 01 facing MLS2, no switch port, good. IP address will be .2.3, so that will be .2.3, and /30 should be written this way. Bad mask, I'm sorry what I have done. 252, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course, because /30 gives us only 2 IP addresses, which are .2 and .1. So this must be .1. Also, this will be .1 again, because /30 gives us only 2 IP addresses, which are 1 and 2. If the subnet mask was bigger, then we can have more resiliency. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and here also 2. Let's make this .1. And let's make this .1. Okay, back to MLS1. I am terribly sorry for this. So please, it will be .1. Thank you. Exit. This was fast Ethernet 01. Fast Ethernet 02. No switch port. And it will be fast Ethernet 02 will be .4, .1. So .4. Oh, okay. 2 dots. .1. Exit and exit. This is for multi-layer switch number 1. Okay, so and in here we have no enable configure terminal IP routing interface fast Ethernet 01, no switch port, IP address 192.168. I'm in here and configuring this interface and this interface. Fast Ethernet 01 will be .3.1/30. Exit. I can do this move by, without exiting, I can just log into the other interface without doing the exit and change the IP address of Fast Ethernet 02, or assign, not changing, assign .5.1. so .5.1 is good, and that's it. That will be exit. Another exit, please. Okay, CLI, no, enable configure terminal IP routing for the fourth time on fourth router interface Fast Ethernet 0/1. I believe this is 0/1 going to this one, so no switch port. IP address should be .5.2/30. good. And Fast Ethernet 02, no switch port please, and this will be .4.2. finally Fast Ethernet 0/3, no switch port. Yes, it's no switch port. Did I apply no switch port here? I believe I did. Okay, it will be clear later. Okay, so Fast Ethernet 03 will have the IP address of, I think it's network number 6.1, and it will be /24. Exit. Finally, this computer goes to the, desktop. Okay, relax. .6.10, and it has the gateway of .6.1. I have finished what's called the initial config, and the initial config is enabling all the ports of all devices and assigning IP address to each interface in each device without any further commands like IP routing protocol or switching protocol. Okay, so trying to ping 6.10, no reply is available because there is no routing protocol. But just to make sure, I'm suspecting something, which will be, did I config no switch port on this interface? I will check this by issuing the command show run. Show run will give me all the config that happened to my device. Fast Ethernet 01 has no switch port. Fast Ethernet 02 has no switch port. Fast Ethernet 03 has no switch port. Perfect. And no further config has been applied. Okay, so what I will do right now is the upcoming. I will statically route by using the static route this subnet to this subnet and vice versa through this path as a main path. And I will use floating static, okay, from this path beyond. Okay, so firstly what will happen is that it will go from this path, the main path. Okay, if something happened to this path, you will see in the show IP route command only the first path. That's what should appear. If something happened to the first path, then the second path will appear and the network will continue. Okay, so that's enough. The video is almost half an hour. This is only the initial config. In the upcoming video, we will start with the static route and the floating static route and the verification and testing of the lab. Okay, so thank you for watching.